Hey everybody, welcome back to the Next Generation podcast. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm already laughing. I should have gotten my cool together, but this is fresh, fresh, fresh. I just finished watching E. Casanova's response to Michael Chapson exposing him for the wrongdoing that he's been doing. I watched Michael Chapson's live stream of him reacting to E. Cass's response, rebuttal, whatever. And I'm laughing because this dude is a joke. And if any of you guys side with E Casanova on this, you can unsubscribe. You can just go. Don't ever watch another one of my videos again because this guy is absolute garbage. He is trash. I don't like talking about people in that way, but he is garbage. So this woman who goes by King of Pop Radio on Instagram, she did an interview with E. Casanova. And he had this whole getup. I don't know who he was trying to scare. His demeanor was like tough guy trying to scare you. And it was the stereotypical, and he fed into this whole, you're talking about the black lives that are being killed. You try to do that as like a sympathy. Meanwhile, you're dressed up as this stereotypical quote unquote gangster to try to scare somebody, try to scare Chapson. It was really disgusting and it was quite funny, to be honest. And he was saying that, basically saying that he was quiet about this whole thing. It was Chapson who started speaking. He wasn't doing anything, and out of nowhere, trying to say that he was being attacked. Let me say something. You were not attacked. You were exposed for the wrongdoing that you were doing. It was put out there. And you felt away because you lost a good chunk of your followers. I don't know why should anyone be quiet on this matter, because this is regarding children. So you're saying that you're being quiet and all this and that. Then you're saying that Chapson is fixated on you, trying to allude to the fact that he is obsessed with you when you're not fixated on MJ. Your last video that you did a response, you had the stupid ass finger tape, electrical tape. You were not being you. You weren't being true to yourself. You weren't being true to the audience, to your fans. You weren't being true to anything. You came with that whole getup. You weren't speaking or addressing anything as you. You kept putting Michael Jackson in everything. He has nothing to do with what you're being accused of. If he has to do with anything, it's the fact that you took his likeness to try to lure these girls. I really did not appreciate, you've been saying this and you keep talking about this, how Michael Chapson is not showing Michael Jackson in a good light. Michael Chapson is showing Michael in the way that he wants to, in a way that a lot of us in this current day and age can relate. He's speaking to a different audience. It's not the same from when you were doing your thing. So if Michael Chapson decides that he wants to use Michael's likeness to do something relatable, I don't see what the problem is. I don't know why you're so butthurt about what he's doing, because I honestly don't see Michael Chapson doing anything wrong. He's not degrading Michael's character. He's not doing any of that. In fact, like Michael Chapson said in his live stream, he's actually using Michael's likeness to spread positivity, good vibes, entertainment, comic relief, because not everything is supposed to be like, this is the problem, is that there's two ways that Michael was perceived. He was either perceived negatively or way past human like almost God form. And I feel that that's a problem. that he's not shown as a human being, as a normal everyday person. And that's what a lot of his friends and people that knew and worked for him would say, that Michael was a regular dude. Like, yes, we see, you know, the glitz and the glamour, but he was really a humble dude. And a lot of people actually said that Michael was, I don't want to say womanizer, but he know how to bag up women. He know how to talk to women. You know what I'm saying? So the light, I guess, because, you know, it was a different time, and you want to be seen as almost like someone who doesn't make mistakes, or, I mean, not make mistakes, but you just don't want to be seen in any negative light, because you don't want to stray away any followers or any supporters or any fans. But Michael always kept talking about that he's a regular person, and everyone that knows him says the same thing, that they share these stories that people are so surprised with, and it's just like, why are you so surprised? This is normal heterosexual black male behavior, and everyone is so confused about it. So what I think Trapson is doing is showing, obviously it's not exactly how Michael was, you know, could be an exaggeration, but showing a different side of him that people who did not know him did not get to see. So the fact that you're talking about that he's not showing Michael in a good light, meanwhile, you're supposed to be an MJ impersonator. You're coming on to this interview super aggressive and trying to make people fear you by the way that you're talking. How's that showing Michael in a good light? It's not. So when they were talking about Lua, and I was so annoyed with the host or whoever the hell she was, when she was saying, I don't know how to pronounce her name, sorry. Who said that? Was it the host? I don't remember. Y'all could correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not going back and watching that stupid ass video. Saying that they didn't know how to pronounce her name. Two syllables. 3 letters, Lua. Like, how can you not pronounce that? So they were bringing her up, and he was saying, I don't even know. He was saying that I would have even remembered her. But you do remember her. You're trying to lower her and try to demean her and say that she's a nobody and that you wouldn't even remember her. You never denied the fact that you knew who she was. You never denied the fact that you had a conversation with her. And that's the funny part that a lot of fans of E. Casanova do not realize, is that he did not deny having these conversations. He did not deny it at all. Then they had a panel of a few other people who were totally irrelevant, had nothing to do with the situation. They're all creepy, and it's very apparent that they have some sort of imbalance in their brains by the way that they were talking. The guy was saying that the receipts that Trapson had posted on his page of Lua's conversations with E. Casanova, it was very clearly photoshopped. They didn't show that anything was photoshopped. They didn't prove anything was photoshopped. They showed a circle of something, and then when they did the side-by-side comparison, it wasn't even the same thing. So you keep saying that it's Photoshop, but then you keep referring to the content of the messages, saying that there's nothing inappropriate here. So is it Photoshopped or is it not? Is it real? Is it fake? I don't know why you keep referring to it when you're outright denying the validity of the content or of the receipts that's given. I'm telling you, I'm sick and tired of these people. And then to have that audio of Trapson allegedly saying that Michael was a pedophile. Let me tell you something. Michael Trapson is not no sugar-coated dude. He's not that. He didn't say Michael was a pedophile, but he was saying that they used Michael's looks to justify him allegedly being a pedophile, which is 100% fact. We cannot deny that, because that's all that they did. They always said that they used Michael's looks to say that he was weird, to justify the fact that he was a pedophile, but he never called Michael a pedophile. And I don't know how did they distort and get that audio, but the funny thing is they were able to show Michael Trapson doing a live stream, talking with a female, and the female was offering to give Trapson fellatio. You were able to get the audio and video for that, but when you try to use the audio to provide some sort of factual information that Trapson said that Michael is a pedophile. There was no video. So where did that come from? Because the people actually want to see the video. How do you have video and audio for one, but just audio for another? You can't pick and choose how you want to put out your information. Because Trapson, he does his live streams. He live streams quite often. I don't ever recall seeing him do a live stream where it's just audio and no video. However, if he has, why couldn't you link that and put in the timestamp? Because you have to have the timestamp in order for you to even release the audio. But you weren't even able to do that because you knew what you was doing was fake. Then the people who were the panelists were saying that it was going, Lua's part of the conversation was deleted, and that why did she delete it? Because she was a minor. If she was talking any certain way, I'm not condemning Lua at all. Because as a grown-ass man, and Trapson, E. Casanova said that if Lua would have showed her part of the conversation, it would go against what Trapson and, others that are defending Lua are saying. But that does not matter because, E. Casanova, you are a grown-ass man. If a child or somebody is engaging in inappropriate behavior, why are you feeding into that? Because we see part of your messages. So is it fake or is it not fake? Is it photoshopped? Is it not? You can't even say that, because what you're doing is that you're putting all the responsibility, you're putting all the blame on Lua, and it's not all her. We don't know what she said, and frankly, I don't care. You're a grown-ass man. You should know how to conduct yourself. If there's somebody who's underage engaging in inappropriate contact with you, as a grown-ass man, you know how the block button works. You block her. You cut off contact with her. Or is it that you have no self-control? Then the woman with the gray streak in her hair was talking about there was nothing inappropriate going on with the conversations, that he complimented complimented the last girl. She kept saying the last girl, that I don't know who she was referring to. I wish she would have said a name. But saying, what guy doesn't compliment? A grown ass man should not be. You can say that, oh, you're beautiful, you know what I mean? But in the way that he was doing it, saying that you look so good and all this other stuff, all these audios that's been released of him harassing females and all this other stuff, that is inappropriate. And frankly, my dear, I hope you don't have children, because I'm very terrified for them. Any of these people who thinks that any of this stuff is appropriate, I'm really just, wow. I don't understand what the hell is going on with y'all. Y'all are weird. Y'all, something's wrong with y'all spirit. The way y'all spirit is set up, y'all need some healing, because this is ridiculous. And I need to stop seeing in my comments talking about Michael's accusations and how does this differ. It differs on so many levels that I'm not even going to get into deeply, because we've talked about this before. Like I said, if y'all follow him, if y'all support him in any type of way, y'all could unsubscribe, y'all could go. I have nothing to say to y'all, because y'all spirit is fucked up. Really fucked up. Trapson, I'm totally with you, bro. We don't even have to keep talking about this. I don't want to talk about this anymore, because I'm highly upset. I'm highly upset. He really tried to demean Lua, saying that she was being strong-armed, that they found this girl out of no, they didn't find this girl out of nowhere. Because what purpose? This is my thing. How would they know that she had contact with you if she didn't come up to them and tell them? What, did they just find her and picked her out? You make no sense, bro. You make absolutely no sense. I'm telling you, ECAS is like, he's like SpongeBob's Doodle Bob. Like, something is wrong with him. Something is wrong with him. His spirit is no bueno, y'all. Like, no bueno at all. So, Trapson, I'm with you. I see what you're doing for the community. I appreciate all the light and positivity that you're trying to send the audience, that you want everybody to glow. I truly appreciate that. Um, and everything that you're doing, it's not going to go in vain, because you and your cousin Baron, the way that you guys carry yourselves in the live streams, and you guys just show so much concern. It's not even really just about ECAS, but it's more so showing concern about the women, the females who are now women. You're showing concern for their well-being, their mental health, emotional health, and you're trying to look out for those minors, the minors in the community, and letting people know that there's people out here who are using their power in some sort of way to, in a sense, abuse people. Whether the abuse is physical or not, there's a lot of manipulation going on. And it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be exposed. So I appreciate y'all for that. You guys are going to receive so many blessings, an abundance of blessings. Chapson, do not let any of this deter you. Don't let any of this make you feel bad about what you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing, because it's all genuine. It's all genuine. So y'all, that's all I have to say. Please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section below. I don't have the energy anymore. I'm done. Until next time, see y'all later.